Tom, um, if I said that you should be on the cover of So.Gay magazine, would you consider that an insult?
At this point, from you, I don't know.
Only because it's me.
I would. Hey,
You'd
all press
say
is good press. I would absolutely go and be on the cover of So Gay.
you said you would say, is it 2026 Noor that's offering or 2008 Noor on Facebook?
Well, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you're bringing it up on your
It's
show.
okay. No, it's okay. People should know I was a problematic demon person online. I had a horrible online presence in the early
She did, guys.
2000s.
She did. It's true.
It's why I cannot run for any type of office.
No.
I can't do it. I can barely run this podcast, to be honest. I'm always a little bit scared. Do you know what
Actually,
a listener?
You
Wait,
could though. Like the amount of people
I
in
mean,
office that are doing terrible things.
yeah, but they're white
Like,
men and they get away with it. Brown people,
you know,
brown women can't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not possible. Um, Wait, I was gonna say actually. So, do you remember a while ago? Do you remember a while ago? I like put up a thing on Instagram. I was like, "Oh, who do you love as a guest on the podcast?" And somebody said, definitely Tom Hamlett, absolutely not Donnie. And then I sent it to you and Donnie was like, "Hey, that's offensive." And you were like, "Well, I love it." Anyway, that person who commented on that, who really does adore you, recently
Uh-huh.
told me that they like went on Facebook or something, or like they popped up in
I'm
Facebook after
so scared
forever.
what you're gonna tell me.
No, they popped up in Facebook forever, and for some reason, one of my personal Facebook account that is, like, fully private, like, a marketplace, like a Facebook marketplace listing that I posted, like, 5 years ago popped up for, like, a can of fucking paint that, like, was old, and it was just, like an old listing where I was like, "Hey,
Oh, I
anybody
was
want this
worried
can
that
of
you were
paint?"
about to be like, they run a gossip account about Nora and Tom on Facebook. I thought this was going in a very dark
No, this is
direction.
going in a different direction, which is Facebook is fucking weird. I really need to get off of it because, like, why is a marketplace posting of a full can of paint from 5 years ago showing up on one of my listeners' Facebook pages?
Because it's all connected though. Like it knows
I
that
hate it.
it's all connected. I deactivated my Facebook on election night 2016
Mhm.
and haven't looked back. I haven't been on there since then. Isn't that crazy to say?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm really yeah, that's amazing. 10 years.
It's my 10-year
I ca
anniversary.
my cousin, can't go on Facebook because she forgot the login, and so she just is like, "Oh, I've not been on it." So the only time she goes on it is, like, if she is on a computer at her parents' house, because that's the only place she's logged in, and
Because
I think
every family home has a computer still, like a full desktop that has Facebook as a favorite on the browser. Because that's where parents do their best work.
no, also that's where we all started.
Of course.
Yeah, we all started from our home computers, our PCs, our desktops.
I actually am looking at you on a desktop. So in this case, I guess we're kind of full circle.
Is it a PC or a
No, it's a
Mac?
Mac desktop, but it's a
I feel
desktop.
like it's different. That's
Yeah, I
different.
know what you mean. I
It's
didn't have to
different anyway. It's
turn
like
I didn't turn it on
eh
with my toe.
yeah. Oh my god, that takes me back so
The girls who get it,
the
okay?
girls
You
who
know how
get
to
it,
turn that you
get
know
it.
how to turn that desktop on with your
Ugh.
big toe.
That's the only way. What do you want me to do? Bend under my desk and
Reach
use my
down and press the
finger?
button with my finger?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
no, no, no,
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so. And then the terrifying noise when like you're in the middle of something and then suddenly the fan like starts to really go at it for the tower and you're like,
Yeah.
I think this thing's gonna blow up. And it's like, no, it's just mad that you keep downloading stuff on LimeWire. That's really what it is.
But desktops have really kind of come back around though in the culture because that's what that all the streamers have desktops, like
I
big
know.
turn your toe on desktops.
They do. They're like building their own machines with
Yeah,
special toe
some
buttons.
people build them themselves. The idea of building a computer, I'm like, no, what?
Yeah, that's what all the Twitch boys are doing.
Hmm.
Hey chat. Hey chat. Did you build your own computer today? Is that's how you talking?
Super likes. Help me hit subs. Super likes.
This happens only with you that I start to talk about things that I have like no idea how they work, but you and I just pretend like we understand it. I feel
Wait,
like
someone.
you do well on Twitch.
Wait, I'm not on Twitch, but I mean, I actually thought about it. I was like, I could just drop my content there as well because people don't just game on there. You can also just put content on there. But I did get a super like from someone. Shout out. I'm sorry if I'm blanking on your name, but on YouTube, and I literally was like, what do I do with this? You cash it out. It's money.
Wait, hold on. Can I get super liked?
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
does that mean?
Once you, it's like it's either I can't remember if it's a number of subscribers or hours of content. It's
Uh-huh.
not like a crazy high number. You people can just start to if people have also consumed a good amount of of your content, they can start to send you super likes. It's like $5. It's like a little like it's kind of like a Venmo essentially
Oh,
through
that's
for a content
cute.
creator. Yeah.
That's amazing. While you were talking about you thinking about going on Twitch, I just remembered that I had a dream last night that I was on OnlyFans.
What was the type of content you were doing?
Feet.
Turning on computers with your toes?
It all comes together. Do you know how much money I would make if I did that? If I just turned if the entire content was just my big toe turning computers on and off. There are some people out there that would pay me so much money for that.
I agree, and I also have my right foot, my right big toe is nasty because of running. I
Uh-huh.
know it would be my money maker because they really like s they either like really
Weird
pretty or they like nasty.
like weird
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. So anyway, I had a dream last night that I was on OnlyFans as a foot content creator. And my husband didn't know that I was making money this way. It all is gonna make sense because I've been reading, I just finished the book Yesteryear. Have you heard of it?
Wait, I can't believe you're bringing this up. I literally just walked in from the bookstore picking my yesteryear book up. It's like sitting right outside the store.
Oh my god, yeah. So I just finished it last night, so it probably has to do with that because there's like, it's about a trad wife content creator. Um, but I had a dream that yes, I was making money on OnlyFans and all of our bills were paid, and then my husband was like, "Where are we getting all this money from?" And then I was like, "Oh, I haven't told you yet, but I've been posting pictures of my feet on OnlyFans." And then I woke up.
Y'all, I think the workforce is changing. AI is here. People are doing different types of jobs now, and
Mhm,
some people
mhm.
make millions of dollars posting pictures of their feet. So I support it if you really did want to go in that direction.
I think I'm gonna talk to my husband about it because, like, I do think that there's like a market for it. There's like in South Asian culture, big emphasis on feet. They love feet. The
Like
Desi
sexually?
boys, the Desi boys love feet. They love to look at feet. There's like a big thing about feet. One because
Okay.
it's primarily the only thing that you can show. You know what I mean? We're talking
That's a
about
wrap, guys. It was so
we're
great being here.
talking about hands and feet. So like there's a lot of like putting henna on your feet. There's a lot of art that like focuses on like women's feet. There's a lot of like jewelry that you can wear on your feet. So I feel like if I
Interesting.
if I like dolled up my biscuits and took some pictures and videos and threw that on OnlyFans, I wouldn't need to do this podcast anymore. I'm
Your
just kidding.
username should be dolled up biscuits.
Okay, you know what? Let's table this business conversation. We'll
You can honestly we should stop because you can't reveal too many of your
you can't
secrets.
reveal too many of my secrets. Imagine I go on there like it's been taken as of 2:15 Friday, May 22nd, and be like, oh wow, it was Tom. Tom went while we were recording and took the
No,
username
I
dolled
don't
up
have enough.
biscuits.
I don't have the energy to make another profile about something. I
No,
can't.
it's
I'm
so
barely like pressing post on Instagram these days.
I know
So
you're barely on Instagram these days.
it's weird. I am though. Like I'm posting more than I have in a long time, but I'm
Mhm.
not trying to like.
You're
My goal
you're
is to
not
not be
engaging.
on it in a way where I'm
Yeah.
like, like repost, like send,
Mhm.
send.
Mhm.
Like I can't keep up with it, and I'd rather just continue to use it as like a business portfolio.
Wow. Okay. With Daddy Warbucks over here talking big
Threads is where I
business.
just like talk shit though. So guys, follow me on Threads at the Tom
Threads
Hamlet.
is actually my favorite app these days.
It's
It's a good
really
one.
fun.
It's really good. Um, yeah, I think because I've been home for a month from work, I ran out of internet. I said, I think I've seen it all. I'm a little bit bored with being online. Isn't that weird?
No, I definitely understand that. And you can't like get a new feed.
No, you can't. And the feeds are okay. The feeds don't push out the content that you're looking for. They never show you the people that you follow. You have no idea what's going on. Things are not in chronological order. I have no idea what's new, what's not. And it's all littered with fucking AI bots and commercials. By the way, every single time I start to watch something new, by the end of it, some bitch is trying to sell me something. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I'm done.
Did you
I'm
read the
done with the
Vulture
internet.
article about it?
No, but is that the one where they talked about how like everything is paid for on the online? Like all engagement,
Yeah,
all everything is like even like
yeah,
the Justin
essentially
Bieber
it's
thing?
yeah, there's this whole article, guys, on Vulture about how there are these companies that are just like AI marketing farming across all of your platforms. And so it was saying that essentially like 80% of the content that you scroll through is actually an ad. And a large
Mhm.
percentage of those ads are actually not even real accounts. They're like AI pushed
Ugh.
accounts just to sell you things. So
Yeah. So when Reese Witherspoon said, "You better get on top of AI before it leaves you behind," this is what she was talking about, I guess. Did you see that?
yeah, of course. I here's my thing about AI though. I'm like, I I understand a little bit of like needing to work adjacent to it because like
Mhm.
we can't like be completely like not understanding how it operates.
Of
But
course.
the idea of having it, but those people that say things like that, like Reese, she's not talking about working with it though. She's talking about letting it fully like replace a job.
Yeah. That's right.
And guys,
Uh,
I'm not pro AI. I just want to clarify. I'm just saying
yeah.
like it feels like an inevitable. Like I feel like I need to like know something about it, not just be completely like in the dark about it. But
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's kinda like I mean, I work in tech, so, like, have been using it for years, but I
Yeah,
think
I mean, I
it's
use it at
just
work too.
yeah, so it's just a matter of, like, knowing how to use it, but, the way in which AI is used online, like, on social media apps is spooky, ooky, weird, and just sad.
Yeah.
There's so many videos that I get sent where I have to respond to, like, my aunts and my cousins and be like, "This is AI. This is an AI video of a puppy picking its parent. It's not real. I'm sorry. We've all fallen for at least one. Okay, I fell for the bunnies on the trampoline.
What have I fall? I what have I fallen for? I haven't fallen for anything in the way that like it gets further than like a couple minutes
Yeah.
or like I haven't like posted something and then been like, wait, that isn't real. So I haven't gotten that far into it, but what I do engage with is AI bots a lot on threads. I know
Yeah,
they're
you do.
AI. When they say
Mhm.
something really nasty and I'm like, well, you're a slut who has been boned in a minute.
I have seen you do that. I'm like, "What is"
It's
but you
fun.
know what? It's
But they're
fine.
saying racist shit, and they're doing
No,
it
I
so I
know.
engage with them, and then they
I
make money
know.
off of it, so I
And
know
then
that I'm
they're
falling
making money off of you, Tom.
I know.
You're giving the robots. You're not giving them money. You're just
But
helping them
guys,
make money.
robots we can't let robots be racist either, okay?
No, of course. Of course. Absolutely. Okay, well, anyway, moving on to happier things, I guess, than AI is the darkest show on television, The Valley.
You know, Lauren, from Smith Sisters posted on Threads today, she was talking about how she couldn't believe that in in May of 2026 that she was siding with both Lala and Kyle Cook on their respective shows. And it's like, yeah, like it's really crazy that Lala is making is I'm like, yeah, she's right. I never thought
Yeah.
I'd say that about Lauren from Utah.
Yeah, if she's gonna use those little acrylic nail finger guns at anybody, absolutely use it at Danny Bucco.
Yeah, it's really dark. It's dark stuff over there. And Danny, but honestly, the way Danny and Nia are talking reminds me so much of the parents that I grew up with in the
Mm,
church.
okay, can't wait to get into that because I do think that there's a lot of that. Let's actually talk about Southern hospitality first, though.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
It's happier. No, 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 it's fine. That's my fault. I started talking about the valley and then I decided to change my mind. Southern Hospitality is a fun show, and I do have to say, you and I don't always agree on a lot of things, but we do agree on one. Justin Asada. Is that his name? Oh. Patreon
I'm just
exclusive.
dancing.
Patreon exclusive. Tom is tongue out, shaking it.
I want him to throw me, toss me around. I want him to tie me in a closet and leave me there for days. I'm like, that man is so hot. I'm worried Brian just heard that. This year.
He is. He is,
No,
and
and he's a
honestly,
little gay.
he's so gay. So.gay. Like there is a gayness to him.
But he's
But
open about it too. That's the part that's hot. He's like openly like, I'm like a little gay. Like I definitely have gotten my dick sucked and liked it.
yeah. Yeah, and I think to that I say like I've been wondering if Justin has watched Heated Rivalry and what he thinks about it, because that's the big thing for me. If your needle moves while watching Heated Rivalry, then maybe consider being cooler about gay people and consider yourself maybe a little on the spectrum. That's fine.
I think a lot of people's needles move of all, you know, walks of life when they watch Heated Rivalry and a lot of content. I mean, I know there are needles moving with some of those men when they go sit down in the movie theaters and watch Avengers 6 and some of those men come out on
Oh, yeah,
screen.
but they think that they're going to watch Avengers 47 for like, we're guys, but their needles are moving. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like for them to watch Heated Rivalry, like that's always been my thing is like if you feel weird about watching Heated Rivalry, I need you to unpack why. Like why do you feel weird about it? Are you weird that your needle is going to move? Like are you worried? Is that what it is? Is that the fear? Cuz then if that's the fear, let it move, baby. Why wouldn't it? Enjoy
Let him
it.
move. Let him
Let
move,
it
baby.
move. Anyway, yeah, Justin is so hot. Not enough Justin this episode, to be honest.
I could never have enough Justin. And to be honest, something about Justin too. I didn't. Do you watch the? You watch everything, right? Did you watch
I
Southern
don't watch that.
Charm?
I did not watch Hidden Charm. So I know that he's
Okay,
dating this girl
so
Charlie
then
now.
yeah, so Charlie from Southern. That's her name, right? Charlie.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mhm.
I liked her fine, but like her immediate like sort of like connection with Craig was like, oh, I feel like I'm not like totally on board with you. But then to
Mhm.
see her now with Justin, I'm like, oh, wait, maybe you are down because
Mhm.
you're dating this like kind of gay hot ass man. Like maybe you
This
are
kind of
more
gay Arab
down with the
man.
gays than I thought because you're
Yeah.
down with a gay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He first episode I was like, "Ew, he looks disgusting." And then second episode he was like, "I'm half Irish and I'm half Lebanese." And I was like, "Well, I have no choice. I have
Well,
no
and this
choice."
I do feel like it was a slow reveal that he's approximately 6'5".
Oh, I could tell right away that he's a tall man.
Oh, I could not at first because it was like the seated confessionals. He was like hanging on the couch, all this stuff, and then like slowly we start to see him stand next to these dweebs, and I'm like, wait, you're a tall king.
It's so funny because like literally 3 days ago, I was talking to Brett about like how people are so weird about like husbands on Rhode Island that are like, well, break me in half and like, destroy my holes or whatever. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, that's a married man. But now you and I are like, I would like Justin to destroy me,
I don't think it's
actually.
weird to be honest with you. Y'all, if all the women out there who watch Heated Rivalry can make these fan accounts where they're like dissecting like the fingernail length of these
It-
men, I think it's okay if I'm like he
yeah.
can ruin my hole.
Yeah, but Tom, those people are weird. The ladies that are dissecting fingernail bits.
I'm not dissecting anything. I'm
No,
just
I
like,
know,
yeah,
I
he
know.
can ruin my hole. Like
No,
that's all I'm saying.
he's just so hot. I would love to spend a weekend with him. I'd love to spend a day with him, with Justin. And I feel like he'd be a great hang, like not even sexually. I feel like he actually would make me lol.
No, I agree.
Um,
I completely agree.
Anyway, this week on Southern Hospitality, there's a white party, there's a magazine party, there's a housewife, there's a lot of tears. But overall, the episode is so.gay.
So
When
so oh, go ahead.
when like this like very early in the season when Michaels was like, "Yeah, so like I got an agent and the agent said that they're gonna put me in this like online publication." And then he went to go get like his pictures taken and they were like he was like, "Yeah, it's an online publication." And I was like when they said it, I was like, Homosexual Weekly may have been a better name. But now, I don't know if it's just because of Bravo. I see stuff from So Gay all the time, all over my feeds, and they have like some pretty big people like doing their magazines and stuff.
They do, but it is funny because Michaels has had this like coming out journey with his mom and everything, and essentially he's on the cover of Faggot Mag, and I'm like,
And he's like, "Mom, why won't you support me?" And she's like, "I just think you need to cool it."
she's like, wait, are you telling me you are so gay?
I loved Mia being like, "Wait, so I heard that we're going to a So Gay party," but she's like, "I didn't realize that I could say that. I thought that was an HR violation."
No, it kind of is. Like if someone says like that's so gay, like that's kind of like genuinely like reviewed as like a light slur.
Yeah, that's genuinely is. And the thing is, I use that term all the time, especially when I talk about men's needles moving when they go watch Avengers 47. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I'm like, no, that is gay because you probably are a little bit, you know? But it is so funny. I mean, talk about reclaiming it. You know what I mean? Like that they did it. The gays, they've done it. Congratulations. Meredith Marks made a cameo, as a DJ. DJ Meredith Marks, DJ MM, and DJ Maddie Reese, and the caviar bumps. The caviar bumps are weird.
Well, one, I hate that we have like how do I say this? I hate that we've made it so it's like the queen of Bravo has showed up. Like they're acting like she's like the
Thank
biggest
you.
icon in reality television history. I'm like, she's kind of like a bad housewife, y'all. I think it's just kind of weird to be like, the legend is here. I'm like, okay, what? I think we throw around legend status too kind of, freely. And I don't think Meredith Marks, who can't quite land a good season, and has defaulted her last season. She defaulted everything to just the fact that like she thought people were being anti-Semitic. I'm like, she's just like not a good representation of housewives to me. She's like
Yes.
kind of a loser housewife, in my opinion. Maybe that's a hot take. I just have never
No.
been a big Marks head.
First of all, I do think it's a hot take, but I agree with your hot take because I think it's correct. I think it's so
No,
funny
by
when
the way, if I saw her, I would be like, I love you so much. I love everything you've done.
Because, like, remember at the shore or something? I think you and I talked about this like a couple months ago. There was like a show, like Meredith Marks was doing like Asbury Park, like while it was raining in the middle of the day or something like that. Like, it was absurd. It was like Meredith Marks and like Kyle Cook probably
Yeah.
doing like Asbury Park at 10 a.m. You know, like, so by the way, I agree with you. I think Meredith as a housewife is so lame-o. Like, I feel like we forget that on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Meredith is the disgruntled mother. Like that, and not mother in the gay way, mother in the actual, like, tired, exhausted mother of several children. She's always like, I'm tired and nobody will let me use the phone. And now I'm the monster. Everybody hates me. Like, that's all
Yeah.
she does
It's
every single season. And so it's so funny to see her on this one and then also in like Next Gen being like, "Yes, queen icon." I'm like, the lady can barely move, you guys. When she is in front of the turntables, just herkity jerkiting around, it is a touch away from Ramona doing turtle time, okay? We just like her because her son is gay.
And y'all, she's when we get the B-roll of her playing with them knobs, that is not real. Those knobs that is not plugged in. She is playing
Mm-mm.
a playlist and she's going like this.
Yes, and you know who put that playlist together? Probably Brooks.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Just hit play, mom. It's fine. That's all you need to do is just hit play.
I
And
feel
then
like
you
she
can just
hired
tell
like
your."
a ghost DJ to actually really build out like a really solid set. And she probably paid them like, 20K and was like, "Can you make a really solid DJ set a couple that I can use intermittently through for the next like year?" And she just presses play on that and then just is like,
Yeah, she got like whoever does those songs for Selling Sunset. Like, she just got that person to, like, make her a set, and then she paid them a bunch of money, and she's like, "You can get Meredith Marks caviar, I guess, for life."
Thank God.
That's worth my weight in gold, actually,
All
that
I ever wanted.
They also have a white party, and I wanna know, have you ever been to a white party?
Well, I am white, so every party I am at is white. But
Not the same. Not the
no,
same.
I've not been. I've not been. No, I would love to go.
I've only been to one, and it was, I just went on a cruise in March, and it was like a family cruise, like a bunch of us went, whatever, with our kids. But one of the nights was like white party night, and everybody wore white. Tom, spooky. Like, I understand why Bradley was like, "This makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if I like this." Like, seeing all these people in white, it's a little it's a little culty.
I think it's different when it's not white people. Like if it's a
Yes.
very mixed bag of people, or if it's a largely like non-white group of people, it's kind of chic and fun.
Mhm.
I think there's something honestly shocking about seeing a bunch of white people dressed the same in general, no matter if it's white or not. It's just kind of eerie.
It's like
Like
Disney
when
adults.
I see all the Swifties all with the same bracelets on, all the white girls with the same bracelet on, and that in those arenas, I'm like, I don't know about this. It's just like
And it's
when white people are all in the same
yeah.
garb, you start to go into culty realms.
Yeah, meanwhile, we both went to 2 concerts of Beyoncé in, like, denim and hats. You know
But
what I mean?
but
But it's
my only
different.
thing about that is like I feel safe there because it's a
Exactly.
majority non-white people.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Well, the cruise, I mean, any cruise that you go on is like 80% white people. So the cruise was very white, and then everybody was in white, and then they all gathered in the middle of the boat, like the center of the ship. There was like a multi-story like bar and like a DJ or whatever. And I just looked and I said, I don't love this. I do not like the way I feel right now. It was giving clan. It was giving cult.
Y'all, the on threads, people are always sharing that meme of Michael B. Jordan and Sinners of he going,
You
"You
clan?
clan?"
No, because I legit was like, I don't know, guys.
Well, we know at least one of them is, and it starts with an E and ends with an M.
I am just so sick of that woman. I can't believe she just like marched into Michael's little party and was like, "Hey, Michael's," like, and she's just so fucking creepy, Tom. Like, she's so creepy. She makes weird noises with her mouth. She's constantly licking her lips. She's got those crazy lizard eyes, always looking from side to side. I feel like she doesn't eat enough bread. Like, she's just so fucking weird, and she just has no shame.
She's a little sicko. I can't stand her, honestly. Like, and I hate that I celebrated her bad behavior for the seasons 2 and 3. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
she was making iconic television by being a terrible person, but
Yeah.
we've surpassed that threshold, and now we've entered full like v- evil racist woman. Please get off my screen.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. It's like
No.
I was fine with Emmy being crazy when like the target was just like her stupid boyfriend and like whatever girl she thought her stupid boyfriend or fiance was like cheating with,
Yeah.
right? That was fun. But now her mania has crawled over to a racist and terrible place, and she's just like, she's not good. She's not great. Like, it's boring to me. But speaking of Michaels, what did you think about this scene that Michaels had with his mom, where he goes to dinner and he essentially cries, and his mom is like, "Stop crying, or I'm gonna get up and leave."
So okay, I got in trouble when I said something similar on a Summer House recap, but like I am from the world where no matter how shitty parents are,
Hmm.
you just kind of like you got to just let them be them sometimes,
Hmm.
and you can't force their hand.
Hmm.
Like people got mad at me because I was saying that I just would never have like been so shady about Carl's mom, even though like she warrants all of the things that Lindsay was saying, and
Hmm.
I agree with Lindsay. It's just like I grew up in a world where it's like you just respect those people. Like it just
Hmm.
talk do what the old the old Southern way, like talk shit about them behind their back. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. It's not worth your energy. In the same sense with Michael's with his mom, I'm always kind of like, why are you forcing this woman to be a story on camera all the time? Like, I understand that what you went through is terrible. Like, it really sucks. Like, it really is hard not having a support system.
Yeah.
But like, I also think her argument is kind of warranted when she's like, hey, why are you talking about me on this goddamn show
Constantly.
all the
Constantly.
time? And when he was like, I went to the church, and she's like, that was weird. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of weird. I see what she's saying, because she can tell that he's trying to make this a story. Like, he's trying to make this like, well, back when life was normal, I was at, I don't know. I appreciate him sharing so much of his life, and I like empathize with him, but his mom is still trying to be in his life. It's not like his mom is like gone, and
Yeah.
he's like, this is everything that went down. She's very much in trying to be in his life, and he's doing things that she's asking him not to do. So I don't really understand what he wants. Does he want a relationship with her, or does he want to
Yeah.
trash her parenting on TV to make awareness for, like, I don't know, what it's like to be grow up gay? I just can't quite get a grasp on it.
And it's interesting because it's like we sort of Lake is in the same book. Like Lake is
Yeah.
sort of like that too, where she's like, yeah, my dad just like he just like didn't talk to me for 2 weeks because of this. But then we saw her this episode talking to her dad, and then she said in the confessional, it's like, it's just we just have to know how we're both doing, but we just don't have to talk about who I'm fucking. And I
Well, to
think
me,
like
that honestly, that was kind of darker. To be honest with you, his like dismissiveness on the
okay,
phone
well,
with
he
her,
was weird on the phone. That
that
man
was
was
weird.
weird on the phone. That was a
Yeah,
weird phone call. He was being like weird. She was like, "Hey, can you come to this thing?" He's like, "Well, I have a 4-year-old." And I was like, that's just strange. Like he wasn't great. What he was like on the phone was not nice. But I liked what Lake had to say at the end of it, which is that like this is just a part of my life that like we don't have to talk about right now. And look, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like that's like a good way to live. Like even Michael's mom is like, "Yeah, I'm fine with you being gay. I don't want to take a FaceTime from you while I'm at the doctor's office while you're at F Word Slur magazine." Like
right.
you know what I mean? And I think like she recognizes too, but she's like, you keep FaceTiming me when when you're on camera. Like call me when you're not on fucking camera so we can like actually have a regular conversation instead of like you rolling us up. And so I recognize that part of it for the mom. I also obviously recognize that it has to be difficult, right? Because you're like, I just want my parents to love me unconditionally and accept all parts of me because the reality is that as Michael's had a girlfriend and he was not gay, his mom would probably be very supportive and take all his phone calls and all that stuff,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So it does suck. It's just, I think that what the point that you're bringing up of like coming from the generation of people that are like, sometimes you just got to let your elders be the crazy kooky people and you just have to be above it and like not
And
touch that
it's not
shit with a phone.
fun. I'm not
It's
saying it's
no, it
good or
sucks.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
I have racist ass homophobic relatives, and like I still have to see them sometimes, and it's just like we're just gonna coexist here. But I don't have the energy to be like putting you in your place right now, because in the end, what is that gonna do? I don't I can't quite understand what Michael's end goal is with all this, but he is really young too. That's the other part. I think that we're it's unfair to compare him to other people on this network. He's honestly one of the youngest they have on Bravo. He's 22 years old, 23 years old. He's very young.
He is really young. Um I do think it's kind of iconic that he did um you know get to have sex with TJ while he was watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and then a Real Housewife of Salt Lake City came to his so gay party.
No, yeah, and he's like, I listened to you scream at Brittany. Well, I was inside that guy over there. Yeah, he's 23. I just looked it up. 23.
Well, that may have been the last time he was inside that guy because TJ says that he is getting set up by Joe Bradley with some new hot, newly outed friend of Joe's. Good for TJ. I know that TJ is not your favorite. I love
No,
TJ.
I'm coming around on him a little
Okay,
bit.
good. I'm so glad. I'm so
Yeah,
glad. Is
I
it?
don't dislike him. I I struggle with him sometimes because I want more for him.
Yes.
Because he is significantly older than most people in this group, and I'm like, let's get you a man. Like, why are you hanging out with these children? Guys,
He
he is
really
35 years old. Michaels is 23 years old. I'm not saying it's inappropriate. It's more just like I think you might find more, happiness in a. I think he's a 45-year-old person.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
god,
should
I
be
just
dating
looked
older.
you know what? I just looked up Mia is only 28. So he is the oldest person there.
Wait, that's surprising to me actually. She looks
Yeah.
gorgeous, but she has a
Yeah.
mature energy about her.
She
Like I just
does.
figured she was in her 30s.
Yeah, she has Eva Longoria from Desperate Housewives energy about her. So
Yeah.
she definitely has like an older woman. Also, her boyfriend Troy, I feel like, is like 45. So like overall, but that's why I thought like, oh, she must at least be a little older too. But
Yeah.
like if TJ is closer to Leva's age than he is to say Michael's or Lake's age, it does make you go, maybe friends your age.
Yeah, I don't really yeah, I don't get it. It's just it further proves that he's a little stunted, you know what I mean? And I don't want
Hmm.
that for him.
Oh,
'Cause
that's sweet of you.
he is very handsome and very seemingly very nice. I think his life would be a little less filled with drama if he just hung out with a group of people that were a little bit older. But then again, he wouldn't be on this television show, I guess.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And I don't know about 35 still working at a bar.
honestly, though, in this economy,
That's true.
we're all
Maybe
gonna probably have to start working in bars again.
when AI takes my job and even takes over uh, the what do we call it? Dolled up biscuits. Dolled up biscuits
Yeah, dolled up biscuits.
account, then you're right. We're all going to be
Wait,
working on it.
you know a
Yeah.
scene that speaking of AI, a scene that I will never forget, and speaking of bartenders, is I think it's on season 7 of Vanderpump Rules. They go to Vegas and Jax goes to get a drink and it's a robot bartender and he has a mental
Yes.
breakdown.
Yes. That is a
He's like,
great
they're coming for
throwback.
my job.
Oh my god. You know he's so mad about AI. But no, now he loves AI. Now
No,
he's
he
like, I
loves
want
AI.
no,
You
he
know,
loves
all he posts
AI.
is AI. All of his everything he's text Brittany is AI. Like everything's AI.
It's all AI slop. It's all stupid. It's so bad. I can't wait for you to read Yesteryear, by the way. I
I'm so
can't wait for you
excited.
to read it. I can't wait to hear about it because I was thinking a lot about that book also when I was watching this week's Valley episode. And I'm glad you brought up that they remind you, Nia and Danny remind you a little bit of like the people that like you guys grew up with seeing in your church, like these elders in the church. But their whole dynamic is it's so I can see what some people are trying to do where they're like, it's based in their faith. Like they're trying to nicely dance around the fact that like there is faith-based misogyny that is happening in their marriage because it's not just how he talks to Nia, but it's also after he has that drunken situation with Lala, the next morning when he's dunked his face in ice water in the morning, I was like, okay, big manosphere energy right now, sir. Dunked his face in ice water the next day. He's supposed to be totally normal. He goes up to Lala and him talk, and Lala, I think, does a really nice job of talking to him about like her whole perspective of like, hey, I'm not trying to come at you and say that like you have a drinking problem, but I think that if there is a problem of how you behave when you drink, you should reconsider it, right? He is such a fucking weasel because he's like, yeah, 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 we're cool, Lala. Like, yeah, we're good. And then in the confessionals, he's like, how dare this woman come to me and say anything about my drinking? Yuck.
Yep. No, I mean this is like it's just they come across so nice, and that was always my big takeaway growing up. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized that a lot of them were assholes. It's like you grow up being like, oh, they're such nice people. Like they couldn't be misogynist. They couldn't be bad about like have bad takes on every human rights issue you could imagine.
Mhm. Mhm.
But then you grow up and then you start learning more about all these people and you're like, wait, they all are bad. They all have bad takes. They all suck, and you're like, oh, I just was charmed by their niceties. Now I know I just literally, 20 minutes ago was like, be nice to your elders and just put a smile on, which is
Mhm.
what I'm saying that they're doing, I guess, in a way. But I just the way she talks to him reminds me so much of just all of the women that like I grew up in the church with, talking to their husbands, like being like, "My love, you don't do that, my love." I'm like, just say what you feel, say what you mean to
No,
your
it just
man. That's your
it
partner.
proves but no, it proves that they need a lot of coddling. Danny needs a lot of coddling. He released this there was an episode, I guess a podcast episode that they have a podcast, and someone
They have a
posted
podcast.
girl, yeah.
What's it called?
Hold on, let me tell you what it's called.
Danny, Nia, and the Holy Spirit.
4 under 4. Let me
I
see.
feel like every couple on the Valley has a podcast. I'm actually being serious because Janet and Jason have one. Kristen and Luke have one. Brittany and Jax
Mhm.
had one.
Mhm.
Then now Brittany just runs on her own and they have one. They all have
Yes.
one.
They all do. Hold on. I think it's called where is it? God, there's so many. I'm trying to actually find the episode from oh, it's Nia's podcast. It's called Hold My Crown.
Okay.
Okay. Well, on Hold My Crown, last week they went and took to Mike and talked about their marriage. And one of the things that like really felt to me so dark, even in that conversation, I only like saw the transcript for it. But one of the things that he said was how like ultimately, men need to be respected and women need to feel loved. And even if I feel like she doesn't deserve the love from me, that I'm going to give it to her. And even if I'm not deserving of the respect, she's going to give it to me. And I was like, I don't think it works that way, to be completely honest. Also, women are also um entitled to respect. Like it was so weird. It was very like and every time Nia tries to like interject and be like, "Well, what Daniel means is, well
Daniel,
Daniel, what
my
Daniel say,
love.
my love, you're not seeing me, my love. My love, don't say that, my love. My love, can I take your shoes off? Can I take your shoes off? Absolutely not. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, y'all. They have such sinister vibes to me, and like I here's the thing. Like obviously I'm team Nia and we need
Yeah.
to get her out of this marriage, but at the same time, she also I kind of understood what Brittany was saying when they were at lunch
Yes.
later. She's like, I don't want to talk about them in that way because like they have essentially like Jax, I think, was kind of right about them, how like they have shit that they are
Mhm.
so guarded about, and they
Yep.
play this like really nice pretend game on
Mhm.
TV. And so whenever they're smart though, because they've made themselves look like these like perfect little heroes on the show. And then when if you do decide to come for them, it's like, oh, you must be the most villainous person because like you're choosing to come for the, lowest denominator.
Because even that conversation that Janet ends up having with Nia, Janet is like, "Hey, I recognize that I said something and I did something and it was messed up, and I shouldn't have used that language." Nia doesn't necessarily accept it because Nia's like, "Well, it's like messed up because it was about our character and it was about this and it was about that." And like Nia and then Janet's like, "Well, yes, people did online everybody went online and liked and commented and reposted stuff that would have supported them." And rather than Nia being like, "Yeah, you're right. Everybody messed up." She was just still so mad at Janet for doing something. It just the way that she functions, the way that she's able to deflect and not talk about her husband being a gross dude, it's so sad. It's so weird. Like, I am glad that Brittany said, I protected Jax for a really long time because that's just what you do in like certain marriages. It's just all again, it's the fact that like everybody is in some way coming around and saying one by one, their religion kind of encourages them to behave this way. It just makes me go like, big yikes on whatever teachings are happening in that house. Like, he just is the smallest man I've ever seen, and I don't just mean in, like, height, because to Lala's point, he is a bit of a Polly Pocket, but he just his ego, everything about him is so shitty. He's so weird during the pageant. I thought the pageant could have been adorable, freakish and adorable, but he just made it weird. He just is like, everybody has been around that one guy who drinks too much and then behaves poorly. And honestly, if I had a nickel for every time I saw the most religious man, their dad, the religious father figure of a community get drunk and act poorly, I would be a fucking millionaire. Like, it always is that one guy who is like Mr. Church, Mr. My Faith, Mr. I'm a man of faith, that ends up getting hammered and then behaving poorly. It
It's
always
because
is.
he's always just playing pretend. It's a facade. It's all, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, back to the podcast though. What's the thing I can't stand is like why the episode they released on their marriage is 21 minutes long.
Yeah. That's all they have to say.
Y'all, if you have only 21 minutes worth of things to talk about, let's not call it a podcast. Like, I think a podcast needs to be at minimum 30 minutes, but it's 21 minutes. And then after you press play, it becomes 30 minutes because of ads. It has 9 minutes of ads in a 21-minute episode about their marriage. Like,
Now, 21 minutes, that is the length of my usual voice notes with my family.
of your usual what?
Voice notes. The voice notes me and my cousin
Oh,
send each other in the
yeah.
morning. You know what I mean? 21 minutes, that's just catching up on what's going on in life. Like, what do
It's
you
just
mean?
annoying to me. I'm like, y'all are not podcasters. You're not like actually like working on creating like
Now you're mad at
long
them for
form
taking up our
content.
space.
Like, what? You're just trying to make money. You're just monetizing off of your
Mhm.
fucked up marriage, I guess.
I mean, I guess go off. Let's talk about this pageant.
Yeah, that was fun.
Beautiful gowns.
Luke kind of gave gorgeous sister wife. Like I felt like he could be like a
He's
like the
so
really
pale.
he's so pale. Shout out. Same. And yeah, he was really I really liked his work. I thought he did some great work. The red was that deep red was really becoming on him. And then I love to see how much Jesse felt the fantasy.
Jesse sitting there and not making a peep while Lala and Danny fought was really, I know I've come hard at you about Jesse Lolly, okay? I know that I've said it a few times, so we're all going to fall on our faces if we love Jesse Lolly, cuz he is a bad person. But I have to give it to you. Jesse Lolly sitting there in his Debbie Does Dallas wig, getting his rouge done by his girlfriend while Danny and Lala were fighting. Incredible.
Also, by the way, let it be clear. Let it be known. I'm not like none of these men, nor likes to make
No,
it sound
I
like
know.
I like ride hard for white
No,
men
I'm
on these shows.
joking.
And I'm like, no, I'm like, I just ride for like if someone has a point that makes sense, I'll be like, that made sense, yeah.
No, you laugh every now and then. You'd be like, my baby's so crazy. And it's
It's
just,
but it's a joke. I don't like actually like him. He's like probably a MAGA or Maha person and like
okay.
is definitely
Wait.
problematic.
Wait, who from this group is voting for Spencer Pratt?
Oh, a lot of them are raw with Spencer Pratt face, definitely. I know that Janet and Jason are like very liberal, so I know that they're not swinging that direction.
Yeah.
But and I'm sure that Kristen is not. I don't think she is.
I think that Zach yelled at her about it already. Like, I think that she mentioned,
Yeah, I think
she mentioned
yeah.
it, and Zach was like, "Shut up, Kristen! You have no idea. He's a crazy person." And she was like, "Okay, I guess I'm not."
And Brittany is like, well, I kind of like him if I could find a polling place. Does anyone know where polling places are? I had never been to a polling place before. Will someone just point me in the right direction so I can go vote for this reality television star? I love to support my community.
Vote night.
Vote night.
I think Danny and Nia love Spencer Pratt.
1000%. They are 1000% like RFK, Spencer Pratt. Like they would go to those David Foster mixers if they got an invite.
If they got an invite, which they're not getting. That David Foster mixer was crazy. Heather Dubrow said that she would support Spencer Pratt.
And then commented on that guy Jordy's post and was like, "He's MAGA?" Question mark. I'm like, Heather, girl,
Bitch,
what the fuck?
please, please. It just reminds you how different the world is that they live in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's great. I was talking to Brett last week, and he told me that he doesn't even know who Spencer Pratt was. He was like,
Huh?
I know he's like a reality TV person, but he never watched The Valley or The Hills or Laguna Beach. He did not know about Spencer. That was just like not something that came across his his radar as like a reality TV watcher. He was just like too deep into Bravo, never got into the MTV stuff. And I said, "Oh my God."
But
So
like, huh? That's weird to me.
I mean, look, all that to say, there are definitely people who just don't know. Like, I think we're so deeply online, we're so aware, we know so much. Sometimes too much, a lot of it nonsense. But I think like we know so much that like we're able, it's always shocking to me when I meet a person and then I'm like, you didn't know that? You didn't know that Spencer Pratt is a bad person? You thought he was a legit candidate?
Yeah.
Well, by the way, Brett didn't say that Spencer was a
No, no,
legit
no, no, no.
candidate. Yeah,
I
yeah, of
don't think
course.
he
I
did. I
just
don't
want
think he
to.
did.
No,
It's
no,
just
no. Of
crazy
course
to
not.
me that you wouldn't know who he was in like the reality television zeitgeist is all.
Yeah, and like there are people who don't because like 10 years. I mean, when was The Hills on? 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and so
Yeah,
like
20.
if you're 28 years old, you don't know who Spencer Pratt is because you were in third grade.
Although, when we were in third grade, we were watching reality TV because like this in the 90s it was more the Wild Wild West. You just watched it all. Like
Yeah,
I watched VH1 reality when I was like 10 or 11. Like,
yeah. I didn't. I waited. It wasn't on. It wasn't on. Real World didn't really start for me until I was like 12.
yeah.
So, but still too young probably to be watching any of that. Um anyway, going back to this group, the pageant, I thought that I wanted to ask you, you have worn a breastplate before like this,
No,
yeah?
no, I have not. I
No,
have
you've
not.
never?
No.
Cuz I know you've done your fair share of a little dragging it up. I know you've done a
Yeah, not in a minute. Like in college, we would do drag shows every year, and I was always in them. But I haven't done a lot. The only like the last time I did like any version of drag was when did that murder mystery party.
Mhm.
But yeah, not really. I mean, I would love to wear a breastplate. Sounds. I would love to live my Christy Gnome husband's fantasy.
I feel like you would eat that shit up. I
What if I
feel
just
like
started recording my podcast in a breastplate?
no, I think that you should. I think that you should be like, I went dumpster diving and
Wait,
I came across this
speaking of
breastplate.
breastplates and like latex body things, have you been yo, this Fox News like guy that was maybe in a full mask? Have you followed all this?
Yes, I saw it this morning.
Y'all go look up Fox News mask. Literally that's all you have to put and it will come up. This man is fully in like a full like Mission Impossible level disguise. You can
It's very
see the
strange.
latex line on his neck and where his actual skin is. So shocking. And he's pretending to be like an ex Navy SEAL. It's so confusing. I'm like, what
Mm-hmm.
in God's name are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's who let me see who this guy is. I have no idea who this man is. Sorry to
He
this man.
he's not even like a real like he is. I mean, he is a real person. But just look up Fox News mask Navy SEAL and you'll find him.
It's freakish. It's freakish and I don't like it. And it's like, I also just like don't trust anything that I see on TV anymore. But yeah, that type of prosthetic work, not a fan. But a breastplate of bazongas, I feel like you would love it. I would love to go and have brunch with you. It is summertime when we
Just
typically
in a
get to hang out
breastplate.
more.
Yeah.
It's like breastplate and like a low cut tank top. And the rest of the outfit is like your regular outfit.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Just
would
twist
love
my
it.
arm.
I I would love it because I've got new cans, and then you could get new cans, and then we could
Well,
just take our
my
cans
friend
out of the
Dan,
count.
they have a breastplate at home that they just like wear sometimes.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I would love for you to wear also walk around just to see how your back feels because they're heavy.
Oh, I can't imagine. I truly can't imagine that
It's
life.
it's the worst. It's the worst. I was given bigger boobs than I was expecting after my surgery.
Hmm.
And so my boobs are a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be.
You're
And
like Pam Anderson now.
honestly, post op, I was very Pam Anderson. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. No, legit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with these. Cause like you think you're going to have a mastectomy and a reconstruction, they're going to be small.
Yeah.
Turns out no. Turns out they were like, we can make them gigantic. And then they did. Now I'm not Pam Anderson. Now I'm like Kate Winslet in Titanic.
It's beautiful.
Still a little too big for me. Not what I was expecting.
You can get
So
well, never mind.
so you and I can go out, get some brunch, have some fajitas. At what's that place that we always go to? The
Oh,
Mexican spot?
Javelina?
Yeah, exactly. We can go to Javelina and we can get some margaritas in
And
our
just like rub
boobs.
our tits in the queso.
Just rub our boobs. Just two gals taking their cans
I
out
would
on
just
another
eat off
count.
because I do call
You know,
my
I
chest
know.
nature's plate. So like
I know.
it's just even more plate.
I know you would love it. You would love it. It was when I was pregnant, it was the best thing in the world because I had my boobs and my stomach.
Oh, you got like a whole storage system there.
It's the best thing in the world.
You're a container store.
Yeah. Anyway, really quick on the pageant, one more thought is that there is a shot of Luke shaving his back before he gets into his gown. I did think that his costume was so funny because she really said his like hall pass is Ariel from The Little Mermaid during her wedding.
Yeah, it's she also I like that she was like, we can't make you look too good.
Also, though, about those two, Luke and Kristen, at the end of the episode, Kristen says that she mirrors a lot of her relationship with Luke based on what she sees with Danny and Nia. So she can't really say that there's anything toxic going on there. I was like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's on and y'all know, I mean, if I've talked about this before, but like Kristen is a problematic fave for me because I just think I think she often is really right about like the
Yeah.
scenarios on, the shows she's been on, besides the obvious one that got her canceled, obviously. But
Mhm.
um seeing her defend Danny still, like she's up in the comment section defending him,
Mhm.
like I'm like, Kristen, you are so desperate for someone to be on your side that you're just willing to defend this nasty ass man. You can keep that.
I saw somebody bring this up online about how the first season she didn't like Jesse Lawley because he twisted her nipple, which is disgusting.
Which is weird. I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? So, I think that if she was to start being like, yeah, no, Danny has a problem, Nia is the kind of person to be like, well, if Daniel has a problem, then why are you hanging out with Jesse Lawley? Was that a
Do you
good
think
Nia
she has that?
impression?
It's a great impression, but I don't think
Thank
she has
you.
that much of a backbone. Sorry, Nia. I can't imagine her saying that
I
to
feel like she
Kristen.
would. I feel like she would because she gets spicy when somebody confronts her. What suddenly somebody confronts her and she's like, "Well, what does that mean? What do you mean by that?" No, I think that that's inappropriate. Like she gets real spicy, I feel like when she needs to. And she does it in defense of her man or she does it when she's yelling at Danny. But it's
Yeah.
always like, "I can't pay attention to you, my love, when you're in costume and drag and a cowboy hat pretending to be a cowboy." From Michigan.
Yeah. Can we twist
Yuck.
each other's nipples when we're at Javelina?
Well, I don't have nipples anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, right. But like we can pretend. I mean, the ones I'll have are quite literally built out of silicone. So like, it's not like we're like operating in a real nipple place.
I will order myself some sticky fake nipples so that
Okay,
you
great.
have something to grab because there's nothing there anymore.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's great actually. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them tattooed on. It's gonna be great. Um, people online are saying justice for Janet. Do you agree with that?
I never was like Janet is like Satan, but I also was never like Janet is queen. I've always been like she's such a non-entity reality television star, quote unquote. Like it's just kind of crazy to me that like we're elevating her to like this like star. Like to me, villains are the best. I respect
The-
villains on these
Yep.
shows. They
Yep.
would not operate without them. So like I'm really open to like wanting a villain to stay on these shows. But to me, she's such like C-list Vanderpump Rules casting, and that never quite made it onto the show. That she's just here, and she doesn't have like that kind of like villain star quality to me. I agree with a lot of what she's saying here, and I am kind of team her in a lot of these arguments. But
Yeah.
it was crazy though. It objectively, it's crazy that she was throwing the word predator around last season, like as if like she didn't know
Yeah.
what that would do to people's lives. Like you can't say words like that unless they're real. Like that you can't accuse people of that's a really really bad thing to say about someone.
She said that he sexually assaulted people, which is
Yeah.
like, by the way, by definition of what that word means, everything he did to Michelle, Jasmine's now wife, is totally that would be in the realm of that. Yeah, groping a woman, groping a woman that is without consent is sexual assault. That's period. So yes, that by definition Janet is correct, but it's like, I'm not going to be raising this woman to a pedestal for pointing out one of the most obvious things in the world. It's like, I really like I love that I'm agreeing with Lala. I think she's doing a really nice job. I wish that Lala would have had this type of demeanor in the final years of Vanderpump Rules because she didn't. She went a little cuckoo banunu towards the end, which made her unfun to watch. Seeing her come into the show like with such measured responses is nice. And if Janet had come in last season with that type of measured conversation having with these people, I would probably be more likely to be like, yeah, Janet's like a pretty cool person. But it's like, I'm not going to give you props for being like, the sky is blue.
No.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
right.
I completely agree with all of that. I
Yeah.
don't I just don't think she has enough star quality to stand, you know.
Yeah. Um, Zach says that Brittany doesn't like Nia. And then Brittany really gets upset, which we've not really seen a lot of Brittany in the last few episodes, but I just really am entertained by her having any range of emotions just because she just is like a caricature of a human being.
Oh, I love her on the show. I think she's the star, to be honest with you. It just feels like we're now like kind of watching like Beverly Hills Hillbillies or something. I'm like, what is this? What is this woman? It's like she got free from Jackson. All of a sudden, she's like, yuck, 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 yuck. Anyone got the band? Who's gonna grab the banjo?
No, she really is ding, 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 ding all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I'll just never forget the first episode when she went on a date night with her new boyfriend Brandon. Every single time the waiter would bring like a new dish around, she'd be like, "Yum!"
Or when they went out to that girl's night, she's like, yo, I gotta get home because I gotta get fucked. Anyone else looking to get fucked? And I gotta get fucked.
I need you to lean in more into your Texasness and just like really add that to your personality. I think it would make it so
Why?
much more fun because I
Oh,
need
I
you to be a
thank you
little
so
bit of a
much for
hillbilly
critiquing
sometimes.
my
No,
personality.
I
That's why I
need you.
came here.
I need you to bring more hillbilly to me because it would make me laugh.
By the way, no one I know from Texas lives life like that
No,
voice at
no,
all. Like
that is
tech
pure Kentucky.
no, that's Kentucky. Texas is not like
No,
my family like grew up on like there is a family farm, but they're not like it's like a different type of South down there. It's not like
no, of course, yeah,
you gotta get fucked.
no, I know, especially Dallas. Like, I'm saying this as if I don't spend like an entire month, basically, of the calendar year in Texas every single year because of all the family that we have down there. But like, you're the only person I know who could bring a little bit more hillbilly to my life, like a comedic hillbilly
Okay.
twist.
I feel like hillbilly at this point might be a slur, so I'm apologizing if that's offensive. I'm not kidding. It probably might be, so I do apologize for that.
No, I don't think it is because I think the town next door, their high school team is the Verona High School Hillbillies. So
Wait, that is a hilariously terrible mascot name.
it's it's terrible and ironic because actually the town of Verona is quite racist.
Well, actually, but you know what? Now that I think about it, we should be naming more mascots after like white people stereotypes because all we've done since the beginning of time is name mascots off of Native Americans and brown people. So actually, you know what? All hillbillies. The Hicks, the
Yeah.
hillbillies, the racists,
The Klansman,
the Klansmen.
the white party hosts. Well, I'm glad we were able to laugh about the Valley.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's a bad show. I do kind of unfortunately think that, but there are things to laugh about it, you know?
I posted this on Threads, but I definitely think that the casting of the show was like, this man has murdered or will murder. Yes, put him
Yeah.
on. Give him a mic pack.
But especially after watching In the City, though, I'm like, wait,
yeah.
this show is much better.
In the City is already so much better because it's like, I also think like the people are overall more interesting and they have like legit jobs. Like there's something about the thing that's sad about the Valley is each and every single one of those people wanted to be famous for, besides probably Jason, everybody else wanted to be famous for being like an actor or a singer. So they're like these people that wanted other careers and then they didn't get it. So now they're just like doing real estate or like, I don't know. What's Janet's job?
Um,
She used
cyberbullying.
she used to be like she used to be Sheena's assistant. You know what I mean? Like these are people that
Yeah.
so it's like it's something about the Valley that darkness is there. It's
That darkness makes me want to get fucked.
but like whereas in the city it's like yeah, I'm a venture capitalist, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a fucking doctor, like I own a bar. Like I own a bar for real, not like I own a kiosk in the back of a bar in, Studio City. Like it's different than the Valley. And I feel like that's why the city is already better.
Yeah, I agree. Also, the city, like, they're just a little bit more, they're just kind of more seemingly down to earth and normal because the stakes of the show are lower for them because they're like, no, I have a job, like you're saying. Like with the Valley, like they're like, we must go to San Diego and do a drag competition and make a television because if we don't have jobs anymore. Like they all are, like you're saying, like career famous people that never became famous.
We didn't touch at all about Tom Schwartz looking like the little girl from Little Miss Sunshine.
I mean, I feel like one of my maybe funniest threads I've ever threaded. No one seems to like it. She looks like what's her face from the he can't see without his glasses. He looks like a combo of like the two kids in that, like if they were blended into one.
From My Girl?
From My Girl, yeah. What's her face from Veep?
He's Macaulay Culkin and what's her face from Veep.
Yeah, combined into one. He's literally I wrote on Thread, I said, Tommy can't see without his glasses.
I don't think people knew that was a reference, but that's so funny.
Those that knew.
Okay. And then he got into like that Elsa dress. He's just so hideous. Like truly one of the
most... guys, he's really ugly. It's so funny because I actually I don't find him attractive really, but I really did in the early seasons of Vanderpump Rules. Like the bones are there. I do think he's had a little wear and tear due to the Miller High Lifes, but and I think honestly, I think Tom Sandoval did a number on his mental health. So he's a little bit of a shell of a person, but like I do think he is like handsome in like a dad bod way. And when he puts on a wig, all of a sudden he becomes full Trunchbull.
So ugly. It's so hideous. Honestly, this is gonna sound fucked up, but like when he gets into drag, he looks more and more like his like triplet brothers.
Nor talk about hillbillies. That's the hillbilly.
Uh, wait, we didn't touch at all about how these guys went to play like a regular pickup game of basketball. And Jason took a tumble so bad that he's worried that he's going to be disabled.
Well, that's how bad this show is. That like they were like, let's make this pickup basketball game interesting, and why don't you just like knock your knee out? We got nothing.
Because like he fell and he's like, it's really bad. And then I was like, can we get a slow mo? Can we see it again? Show me the replay. But they never showed the replay, which made me go, nothing really happened. Oh yeah, you're just.
Well, he
Here's
was in a
Layman.
boot or like on crutches at BravoCon, so it did really hurt him. But I
Okay,
think he's
they
okay.
didn't between all they did was just bust his knee. Nobody scored a single goal or hoop or whatever it is. Point,
Shot.
swish, basket. Nobody made a single basket.
Nobody made a basket. An alley
Yep,
oop.
that's correct. That's correct. We did it. Tom, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. You know you're welcome here anytime. And hopefully I'll be welcome on your podcast anytime. I've got a lot of time to myself. I've been on medical leave for this is week 4 of 6. So I have cabin fever and I'm losing my mind. So
I'll definitely need some help talking Love Island over the summer. So please come by for
I
that.
can't wait. You know I can't wait.
I'm really getting the itch to talk shit about these people again, and I'm really scared about what child online is gonna be sending me death threats, but that happened. But
there's a new set of 7th graders that are ready to fuck our lives up. Make me question my entire 40 years of life. Some 12-year-old bitch with a new phone.
Wait, speaking of though, Huda just dropped a single today. And a music video.
She broke up with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I guess let me go check that out.
We could play it right now if you want.
Yeah, let's play it. Let's
let me pull up Huda on Instagram, unless she blocked me.
Well,
it's crazy. She has 4.4 million followers.
No, that's nuts.
I mean, it's definitely Timu Ariana Grande. I kind of like it though.
I like the beat. It was fun.
I like the beat.
I like the beat. It was cute. I just love that at some point they ran out of lyrics and she was like, it's my You're like, you didn't have 2 more words to rhyme.
No, but she's doing like she's doing Black Ariana when she's like
she's doing Blariana. Yeah, she's doing like having an orgasm Blariana.
Wait, have you talked about the Beverly Hills News allegedly or seen this?
Beverly Hills News? No.
That allegedly Dorit is being put on pause and Crystal Kong Minkoff is making a return.
Okay.
Do we care about that?
Didn't watch a single. Well, no, that's a lie. I watched like 3 episodes of Beverly Hills, and then I said
I watched like probably 5. First 2 watched part of that trip, and then I watched the first part of the reunion at my dentist, and I said I can't do this at the dentist.
I was shocked for how many weeks the reunion was going on for. I was like, oh, every week it looks like there's another episode. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a little bit of the beginning, then I watched like 1 episode of them in Sedona. There was like a very lengthy scene of Amanda Francis ordering a matcha, and I said, "This is what we're doing here. I gotta go.
I want to go eat a cracker with Alicia. That's what I want to
eat a cracker with Alicia. I want to talk about my parenting trauma with Joe Ellen.
And the ongoing.
And the ongoing. I want to take a menopause gummy with Liz.
Okay,
I want to look.
let's do it.
I want to look at Rosie's.
I mean, I'll take one too. I
blueprints.
feel like you can still get high like on it.
Yeah,
Even
no,
if you're
of
not
course,
in
of course, of
menopause.
course. I'm actually after this call gonna go and hit up the dispensary in a little bit. So I'm gonna see what they have.
Period.
Period. Guys, you know who Tom Hamlett is. You know where to follow him.
That's
already.
so nice that you assume that about people.
No, that is true. Shut up. Everybody knows
The Cuts,
who you
Tom
are.
Hamlett.
Follow him at Dolled Up Biscuits on OnlyFans.
And
we gotta look into that.
What? Into OnlyFans? You gotta look into it. Yeah. No, guys, do check out Dumpster Dive. We've had some great guests recently. Ben Mandelker from Crappens was on for a Summer House recap, as well as Ira Madison. So it's 2 great eps that y'all can go check out that were a blast.
Yeah, you're doing big things. You're on Ryan Bailey's podcast like every week. So amazing. And then also go follow him on YouTube. That's where the money is.
Trying.
We're trying our best. And then I'll be back next week, finally, to talk with I haven't spoken about politics in like 3 weeks on my podcast. Can you believe it?
Are you sad about that or happy or
no? It's just hard. It's hard. Well, you know, not to bring it down. There was a mass shooting this week. It was kind of scary for me.
Well, no, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, do you?
No.
Does it feel good to take to the mic about that?
It does feel good to take to the mic about it, but it feels good to not have to take to the mic about it because it's like I just would like to unplug for a little while. But I think it's time. It's time to come back. Also, June is around the corner, and that's when all of our local mosques get real homophobic. So I love to scream on mic about it.
Party. Shout out to them.
That's how I contribute to being an ally.
Go drop a So.Gay cover at their doorstep with Michols on it.
Wait, did you hear when Michaels was like, Justin was like, oh, can we see the shape of your dick's outline? Can we see like your head? And then Michael goes,
he said he has a hoodie.
He has a hoodie. And then in my mind, I was like, oh, he's wearing a hoodie. And then he was like, oh yeah, you have a hoodie. And I was like, oh, that's not about clothing.
Guys, have a great weekend. And I love you all.